record. So we are recording ready. Annotate. All right, so welcome guys to my class again. And this opportunity, we're going to be talking about the grammar there is, there are, some, and any. Okay? There is, there are, some, and any. So that's gonna be your class today about our grammar. Yeah, you stay there, just look like this. There you go. We got a refrigerator here. As you can see, this refrigerator has different things. Okay, we got different things here, different food, different drinks. As you notice, we got milk. We got milk in here. You can see it. We got milk here. We got fruits like bananas. We got oranges here. We got tomatoes in here. Okay, we got broccoli here, more tomatoes there. Oh, we got sausages there. I think that's meat, okay? Meat. We got ketchup somewhere. We got Nutella. You like Nutella? That's Nutella right there. Is it Nutella? It's chocolate. I love it. We got beers, a wine. You see a bottle of wine? We got a bottle of wine there. We got beers, some beers right there. We got soda. We got soda right there. We have a bottle of water. We have a dresser. That's pretty cool. What else? We got juice. We got juice. We got bread right there too. So we got many things there. And we got potatoes. Those are potatoes right there, okay? Yeah, Nutella is delicious. We got potatoes right there. Yeah, we cannot see it very clearly, but those are potatoes. Potatoes. Where are the eggs? We don't have any eggs here. Okay. So now I'm gonna clear all my drawings, just these ones. Let's remove this so you can see it better. Okay, pretty cool. So, existence. Let's talk about existence. When we talk about existence, we talk about things that we can see, things that are there in a place. Like for example, in this refrigerator, if we talk about existence, we have to say that there's milk in here. There is milk in here, yes or no? We got milk. Where is the milk? The milk is right there. Yes, we got milk, right? So there is existence of milk. So let me point it. We got milk right here. That's milk. I think that's pretty obvious, okay? So if I want to express the existence of something, I'm going to use there is and there are if I want to express the existence of something, okay? So the existence of things is expressed using there is and there are, okay? For example, there is milk in the refrigerator. There's milk in the refrigerator. Okay, we got it there. What else do we have? There are some tomatoes. There are some tomatoes. Do you see the tomatoes? The tomatoes are right here. These are the tomatoes. These are the tomatoes. So I can use a different color. This looks better. Nah, you can see it there. Okay. So what else do we have? There are some oranges. Very good. There are some oranges too. There are some oranges there. Very good. There is some bread. There is some bread. Where's the bread? Well, first we got oranges here, and we got bread here. There is some bread. So how do we use there is and how do we use there are? First, there is used for singular and for uncountable nouns. For singular nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, let me put it here. There is singular nouns and, well, singular and uncountable nouns. Example, there is here. There is a bottle of wine. There is a bottle of wine. This is a singular noun. That's why I say a bottle, because it's one. There is a bottle of wine. What is the bottle of wine in here? Simple. Here we got a bottle of wine. Do you see it? That is a bottle of wine. And we use there is for uncountable nouns. For example, there is some broccoli. There is some broccoli. There is. Broccoli is uncountable. It doesn't have plural form. Okay, it doesn't have a plural form. So we got broccoli right there. You see it? This is broccoli. This is broccoli too. We also have some lettuce there. So we say there is some broccoli because it's uncountable, okay? It's not singular, it's just uncountable. We cannot count the broccoli. We cannot say one broccoli, two broccolis, that's impossible, okay? Now, there are plural nouns. There are is used for plural nouns. So when we say there are, we're talking about obviously countable nouns, things that we can count. Like there are some, well, let's say the number. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 tomatoes. There are, you can say there are 6 tomatoes. Okay, or you can say there are some tomatoes. If you don't want to specify the number, you can just say there are some tomatoes in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator. Okay, so we are talking about the existence of something. What about, we said milk already? Yeah, there is milk. There is soda, because it's uncountable. Liquids are uncountable. There is soda. There's ketchup, there's water. Yes, there's cream too, cream. There's butter. I think that's butter over there. I think that's butter over there. Okay, the tomatoes are counted where this tomato, and these tomatoes over here. There are some bananas. There are some bananas too. There are some bananas too. Now, what happened with eggs? Do we have any eggs? Do we have any eggs? Or to be more specific, are there any eggs? Are there any eggs in the refrigerator? No, there aren't any eggs. Are there any eggs in the refrigerator? No, there aren't any eggs. Exactly. So what do we have? We have some and we have any. So we use some in affirmative sentences. We use some in affirmative sentences, okay? And we use any in negative sentences and in questions. So we use some in affirmative sentences and we use any in negative sentences and in questions. For example, you have this one. Are there any eggs? That is a question. Guys, remember the microphone. Are there any eggs? No, there aren't any. You can say no, there aren't as a short answer, or you can say no, there aren't. You're messing up my video. Okay, thank you. So, no, there aren't. You can just say a short answer. That will be a short answer. Or longer answer, no, there aren't any eggs. Any eggs. So we use any in negative and in sentences. And we use some in affirmative sentences. Good. So the next part of this is to identify when a noun is countable or uncountable so that you can you know, use some and any correctly, and there is and there are correctly. Some and any can be used with countable nouns and uncountable nouns, okay? It can be used with both, with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So you have no problem with that. Now, there is and there are, they are used with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So I'm going to explain to you how to use them correctly. Just give me a second, because my computer is a little bit crazy. Oh my God. It closed WhatsApp. Okay, there you go. So classroom. There you go. Microphone again. You are special. Okay. So that being said, let's take this off here. Countable nouns. Let's, countable and uncountable nouns. All right. So countable and uncountable nouns. Let me share this screen with you so I can explain this now. Okay. Okay, these are beans. Okay, these are beans. You can see them. If we have food that is in its units smaller than a bean, then it's going to be uncountable. Whatever food that is smaller than a bean, one bean, imagine one bean. Whatever food that is smaller than this in units is uncountable. So what food do we have that is smaller than a bean? Do you have some examples? Well, I can give you some. We have rice. We have rice. So rice in its unit is smaller than a bean. It's obvious, right? It's very, very small. So rice is uncountable. We cannot say rices, we say rice, okay? We have salt. Salt is obviously smaller. So salt is uncountable. It's impossible to count it. Sugar. Sugar is uncountable because it's very, very, very small, similar to salt. Okay, so we don't count it. Now, what happens with cherries? A cherry is bigger than a bean. It's bigger, not smaller. So we can say 3 cherries. It has plural. So we can say cherries because it has plural. Okay? So as you can see, this is the plural because it's bigger. Now, liquids are uncountable. We cannot count liquids. That is impossible. That is impossible. We cannot count liquids at any moment. Okay, we cannot say 2 waters, 3 waters, because how can you count that? You cannot count them. Now you can count the containers they have. The containers, you can say, for example, 6 glasses of liquid, whatever that is, water, colored water, 6 glasses of colored water. You can count the container, not the water, but the container, okay? If the water is like this, you cannot count it. That's impossible. If it's like this, you can count the containers, of course, but not the liquid per se. The same with the juice. You cannot count juice. Juice doesn't have plural. Now you can count the glasses. You can say 5 glasses of juice, 5 glasses of juice, but you cannot say 5 juices. That is impossible, okay? So we count the containers, not the liquid, okay? Now we got materials. We got different materials here. We got iron, copper, aluminum. We got different materials, glass, leather. Do you see? Wood in here. So what happens with the materials? We do not count materials. Materials cannot be counted. Like iron, like this, aluminum and iron, copper, plastic, wood, you see? These materials, concrete, they cannot be counted. They don't have plural. So you cannot say irons, you cannot say woods for this, for the material. You cannot say glasses for the material. You cannot say leathers, you say leather. Okay, we do not count materials. That's another thing we do not count. We do not count things that we cut with a knife. For example, with a knife, for example, cheese. We cut cheese with a knife, Okay, we need a knife to cut the cheese. Therefore, it is uncountable. We don't say cheeses, we say cheese. Another thing that we need to cut is lettuce. Since we have to cut lettuce or separate it into pieces, we cannot say lettuces. It's impossible to say lettuces. So we say lettuce, because we need to cut them. The same with the broccoli. We need to cut broccoli. We need to separate broccoli into pieces, so we do not count it. It doesn't have a plural form. Okay, it does not have plural form. Meat. The same happens with meat. We need to cut the meat. So we cannot say meats in plural because it doesn't have plural. We just say meat. So if there is meat in the refrigerator, we say there is, being redundant, right? There is some meat in the refrigerator. No, there are some meat. There is some meat in the refrigerator because we cannot count it. It's just uncountable. So that's pretty much it. Guys, thank you for listening and being here. See you next time.